Hello and welcome along. Today on Coldborough Park Farm, we are going to be continuing our harvest. But before we get started doing that, we're going to get our T7 ploughing field 9 because we want to get on with that as well. So without further ado, let's get going. Where are we? Should be around here somewhere. Where are all of our tractors? Now I know where our T7 is. It's through here. There we are. Right, so we're going to drop the cultivator off the back of this. Get it started up. And get going with the plough. We actually could probably do with going around this field quickly. With... There we are. Going around this field quickly with... That's not what I wanted to do. That's the turn function. Don't seem to be able to fold the plough up. Right, what we're going to do is get into this field. And we're going to get this ploughed up, but before I do that, I want to get some different... I'm going to get this out in a minute. I need to get some fertilizer on, so we need this tractor, which is not connected to anything. So bring this back to the yard and get it hooked up to our solid fertilizer spreader. And get it doing some fertilizing. We were very lucky then. We had no cars coming. And once we've done that, we will then be able to get on with our harvest. But it's one of those things where we need to get these things going as we're working on them, or as we need to. Once we've set everything up, we can get the time moving faster again as well. But we do have a single day of summer to get all the harvested, which reminds me an awful lot of farming. We should be actually okay until mid-autumn, but it's risky. That is probably the latest that we could be harvesting it. Right, let's find our solid fertilizer spreader, which is here. Yeah, we do have a little bit of an issue with some of the fertilizer stuff we've bought with us. Right. I need to change view so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. And whoop. It would be good if I could put the refill option on the wheel as well. I am still adding some options to it. Wow. But for the most part, I'm set up with it now. And I have had to create a lookup for what I'm doing on it. Let's fill this right up. There we go. And go forwards. And away we go. Right, so we will set this doing on a worker. They should be able to cover this fairly simply. We'll keep an eye on them for a moment before we get started. But we'll take this down the bottom end. Lift that up a bit just in case that causes a problem. Why can I not hire a worker? Okay, that's better. I must have been too close to the edge of the field. There we go. Right, so we'll leave that helper doing that. And then we have to redefine. So, as we've added a bit to the corner of this field, we have to redefine the field for Courseplay. So, we'll drive onto the field, bring up Courseplay, and calculate the current field's edge path. We are on field 9. Okay. Looking at it, it seems to have got the new edge. But we'll go down and check. Yep. It has. It's got the new edge. So we want to overwrite field 9's edge path. And then head over here. And we're going to go field 9 left to right. So working with, yeah, south, start southeast, going west, return to the first point deactivated, and we're going to have 3 headlands. Calculate that for me, and you can see the difference we have now by having added that woodland. This section now doesn't cause us any issues. So, down to the bottom here. And drive course. What are we on? We want field work. We want field work. We want start at first waypoint. There we go. There we are. And then we're going to save this as F9 plow 3.5 meters. F9 plow 3.6 meters. There we go. All done. And we'll leave that going as well. Oh. We need to take our view off. Otherwise that's going to cause us problems later. Right, and now we will go and find our combine. So here's our combine. We'll get it started up. Is it unfolded? No, it's not unfolded, so... There we go. Unfolded. Turned on. And away we go. So we'll try and avoid our header trailer. There's not a lot of space at that edge. Yeah, there we are. So we've got past that. So when we get near to being full for the first time, we will have to go and get our header trailer off our tractor, and go and get our trailer that's sitting in the grain store, in the grain tip. But I think we're probably going to be doing this field for a couple of episodes. And get that finished off, and then we'll probably finish off the harvest in the live streams. So we're up the time now that we've got those other two tractors started. We can keep an eye on them with the mini map and with glance. We need to take some water down to the sheep. They don't have a lot left. They're alright at the moment. But if we don't keep them watered, we're going to have an issue. So what we can do is, if we get our harvest out of the way today, or in this game day, what we can do is we can go and have a look at our neighbours and see if our neighbours need any help with any of their harvest. Oops. There we go. And see if we can earn ourselves a little bit of extra money with that. And I think there's going to be a lot of that with seasons, in that you get your own work out of the way and then you see if you can get some missions stuff done. Right, there we are. And right, so no, that's the wrong button. There we are. That's the one I'm looking for. And away we go again. So we're about a quarter of the way through the field, and we're about a quarter of the way full. So that's good. We will get round this entire headland without having to empty, which is always a slight worry. Having a combine that kind of capacity is about what you want. Otherwise, you end up having to empty too often, and then that just causes issues. Now, I'm wondering if the Ford has actually finished, or whether it's found a telegraph pole and thinks it's finished. So we will check all of that out when we finish our first headland on this field. Because we don't want to be stopping and starting on the harvest too much. So if we know we're gonna have to go and get a trailer and all that kind of thing, then we will do that at the end of this headland. And it won't really delay things too long. The plough will be a long way behind the fertilizer, so that I'm not worried about. Just hoping the plough hasn't got itself a crazy offset, which we will check on at the same time. Because I don't want to be clearing up too much behind the plough. And the reason we're ploughing that field up is we're going to plant some radishes in it, so that we get an extra fertilizer boost for next season. Planting them now means that we should be able to get them cultivated in time to put some spring wheat or barley in there. So that's why we're getting those in there now. We should have enough tractors to do this. But we'll see how we go. Yeah, it means getting the T6 on the front of the cultivator for it, I think. Right, we have to lift at this corner. No, still in reverse. Ah, I seem to have turned my straw swath on. That's okay. Maybe we'll get the baler on this field and get some bales for sale. It's not a bad idea. By pure happenstance that we've got it, but... So it's 64, whoops, it's 64%. Right, so here is a good place for us to jump out. And jump into this. We can go and get a traction trailer. There we go. Don't want to actually leave this too far from our combine, so we'll just leave this on the side here. And then we need to go around the other side of our grain store to pick up our trailer. There we are. Get this selected. There we are. And head back in our tractor. Okay, there we are. So then our Ford is, well, that's doing fine. And so is this. No, I think this thinks it's finished. It hasn't. It would be at the top end of the field if it had. Yeah, there we go. Only thing that worries me about Courseplay not Courseplay, about redefining this corner of the field is that it redefines it, and I'm not sure how the new field edges work. Applied Worker still seems to have a few issues. So we're just gonna get this working again. There we go. Ah, that's too far away. No hired worker. There we go. Right, so back to our combine. And getting on with our second headland. So yeah, a good amount of bales off this, which we just activated it by error, but we'll keep it going now and get a field full of bales off here. Probably sell most of them off. We are going to need some straw for the pigs and some straw for the cows. I think we have some bales for both, to be honest. I need to avoid this telegraph pole. There we go. So we can probably gather some of that up. I'm guessing the swath got turned on at this corner. Well, maybe not. Where did we turn it on then? Must be at the next corner I turned this on. That's okay. Right, and it's actually, yeah, this is the next corner that was where we turned this on. So that's where we've got it going from. See if I can cut out this small kink. It just makes things a little bit harder. Right, and then back around. I think like we normally seem to do with harvesting videos, we seem to get the headlands out one episode and get the rest of the field done at the next. So I think this looks like we're going to be doing something very similar this time. We've got about enough time left to get a full set of the headlands out, although we're at 94%. So I'm going to put the pipe out, which is that. Oh no, which is that. And very weird. And then switch to our tractor. There we go. I've missed a recording a function on my list, because I apparently have the lights assigned to the same thing as I have the pipe on the combine. we go. So we'll just empty out the combine quickly. There we go. I would like to do this while going along, and we could do that with follow me, but at the moment we're fine. Okay, and off we go again. Yeah, we're not going to be able to turn this corner, that's too sharp. So where we go again? There we are. It's interesting, the combine is the only... No, actually that's not true. I was about to say the only vehicle where you can't lift your implements wherever you're selected, but that's not true. It's true of tractors as well. You need to select the implement you want to lift. So apparently our fertilizer has finished. I'll have a look at that in a moment, see where it is. Oh. Really? That's not what that should be. Huh, okay. What have I got? Yeah, that does seem to be in the right place. Whoa, we're missing crop. That's not good. That's not good at all. So we could get Courseplay to do that. Get it to get Courseplay to do harvesting. There we go. Need to remember that going back and forward, I need to change direction. I see some grass texture on the ground. That's not right. I think an old bug has reared its head. There we go. So we are... Just realised something. Trouble with taking screenshots when harvesting is that a lot of them I've taken before. There are only really so many angles you can take of a combine. There we go, we got around that. Well, that's a new one. That's not. Whoa. There we go. That's better. Right. Right, we've hit the half-hour mark. We're going to go and we'll do this last headland, so we'll finish off going around this field. And that will be where we end. Right, and because I want to avoid having to work too much around these trees, and doing the third headland gets me out of that issue. Because those trees are a little bit annoying. But yeah, having 3 headlands means that we're not having to worry about them. I know lots of people like to remove those trees in the one in field 7. I kinda don't. I kinda like having little features like that. It can cause a few issues with Courseplay and things, but on a real farm you have this same issue. We go again. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I need to look at my assignments a little bit. Still not quite right. We're getting there though. We only a couple of little bits and pieces to store, and then that will be fantastic. We're coming up to the top of the field now. Yep, that is up to the top and then down to the bottom bit. There we go. Right, and with the headland done, and with us up to 80%, that is where I will finish. So, back off a bit. All that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.